most frequent questions that I get from my subscribers is, what did you use to study for the DAT? So in this video, I'm gonna break down the best DAT study materials, what's actually worth it, what's overrated, and which ones you should use, especially depending on your specific situation, because not every resource is made for every student. So everyone's heard of this daunting exam before, the DAT, the dental admissions test. If you're a pre-dental student, you've heard of this test before. If not, surprise, this is a test that you have to take in order to get into dental school. Now, if you pick the wrong DAT resource to study from, you could be wasting two of the most valuable things you have in this life, time and money. And no one wants to do that. And I've seen it happen over and over again. One of the most frequent questions that I get from my subscribers is, what did you use to study for the DAT? So in this video, I'm gonna break down the best DAT study materials, what's actually worth it, what's overrated, and which ones you should use, especially depending on your specific situation, because not every resource is made for every student. So if you're new here, my name is Dr. Eli, and I am a first-year orthodontics resident. I just graduated from dental school in May of 2025. I've been through it all, the DAT, dental school, applying for residency, and now specialty residency. So I know what it takes to score well, and more importantly, I know what actually works when you're studying. So if you're taking the DAT for the first time, or if you're retaking it and you're looking for better study materials or a better study strategy, or if you just don't want to waste money on the wrong prep course, this video is for you for sure. Before I rank anything, I need you to understand how to choose the correct DAT resource. You want something that's going to provide enough background information to help you study the material all over again as if you've never learned it, the proper practice questions to help you prepare for the real exam, because there's nothing like getting in the gym and shooting a whole bunch of shots and you can make them, but then you get in the scrimmage of the real game and you don't know how to play when there's defense on you. We're going to talk about the cost comparisons of these study materials. We're going to talk about how much practice questions, how much information is in each of these materials, and everything like that. So let's get into it. So I did a quick Reddit search of what people are out there saying is the best DAT study material. Now, to be transparent before we start the video, I studied with the DAT using mainly DAT Boot Camp. If you're looking for a video on how to study for every single section in the DAT, check out this related video that I made 4 years ago, right when I started dental school. Of course, the DAT was much more fresh in my mind back then, and this video really breaks it down step by step how I studied and how I was able to score a 21 on my first and only DAT attempt. But I looked on Reddit and it looks like the top 5 DAT study materials that people are using nowadays are DAT Boot Camp, DAT Booster, Kaplan, Princeton Review, and DAT Destroyer. Now, I'll be very honest, it looks like the top 2, and from what my subscribers ask me about, the top 2 study materials out there are DAT Boot Camp and DAT Booster. So most of this video is going to be comparing the two and talking about which one I think is best. Now, of course, I'm a little biased because I use DAT Boot Camp and I think it's a really good study material. And I also have a 10% discount code if you're interested in using it. I get no money from it, but I know how expensive it is to go to dental school, how expensive it is to apply to dental school, and how expensive the DAT is, especially compared to when I took it. So if you're looking for money off, use my 10% code. It's in the link in my bio, and I hope that helps you a little bit. Now, because I have this bias that I told you about, the first part of the video, we're going to talk about DAT Boot Camp. So DAT Boot Camp is really like the gold standard when it comes to DAT prep materials. They have boot camp for DAT, they have boot camp for the INDBE. I even used boot camp for my first year of dental school, as it had different ways to study for the classes that are commonly taken in the first year of dental school, like anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. Even now, I'm finding out that there's kind of like a boot camp version for the ortho boards, which is crazy. It's like I can never get away from this thing. But again, I don't get any money from boot camp. This is not me trying to sell boot camp to you. I just know that that's what worked for me. So the reason why boot camp is valued so much by all these different pre-dents and dental students out there is because of the realism. Their practice tests look almost identical to the real DAT. Same interface, same timing, same feel. So when you walk into test day, it doesn't feel new. And I feel like that's what's helpful for a lot of people, but not everybody. This is why I said this video is about choosing the best study material for you. Boot camp also has thousands of practice questions and a bunch of full-length exams. So no matter how long you're studying, it really doesn't feel repetitive. Now, when it comes to cost, boot camp is a little bit more expensive than DAT Booster. When I went and looked at the prices, it looked like both options had a basic price and a premium price. And I'm gonna look it up right now just to make sure I don't give you the wrong information. DAT Boot Camp Pro is $549 US right now. It gives you 90-day access to everything you need. There's 11,000 plus DAT questions. There's a study schedule creator. There's 3,500 plus DAT videos. And again, a 90-day access. Now, if you get the DAT Boot Camp Plus version, that's $949 US, and you get 5 extra tests for every section, plus 5 extra full-length tests, and it doubles your access to 180 days. Now, again, to be completely transparent, I did the Pro package. I did not do the Plus. I only studied for about 80-ish days. I don't think I needed 180, but some people need longer. Now, for DAT Booster, their basic package is $449. So that's a whole $100 less than DAT Boot Camp. And you know, us pre-dents, we're not rich. You guys save money where you can. And they have 11,000 plus DAT questions, 3,000 plus DAT videos, and 90-day access. Their premium membership is $799. And again, it gives you 5 additional tests for each section and 180-day access. So cost-wise, Booster is cheaper. So let's talk about why Booster is one of the more popular DAT resources and why it's getting more popular as time continues. Because I'll be honest, when I was studying for the DAT, boot camp seemed like what everyone was using. But now, when I ask pre-dents, they're always asking about Booster. The reason why Booster is so popular nowadays is because it's giving you almost the same value as DAT Boot Camp is at a cheaper price. Now, we know the cost of dental school is rising. With the big, beautiful bill, people are wondering how we're gonna pay for all this stuff. You gotta save money where you can. So if you can get similar experience and do as well on the test with something that's cheaper, that's the way people are gonna go. It still rates very high in preparedness. It rates better than boot camp in cost, but it's not as realistic as boot camp is, which is why some people still opt to go with boot camp over Booster. Apparently, Booster is also more content heavy than boot camp. So if you're someone that's trying to learn a lot before you get into practice questions, Booster is probably a better bet for you. Quick intermission to the video. If you're watching the video and you've made it this far and you're enjoying the content, please drop a like on the video. It's right here under the video. Just click the little thumbs up button. It's of no cost to you, and it does so much to help boost the video and the channel in the YouTube algorithm. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Now, the OGs that everyone has heard of, whether you're preparing for DAT, MCAT, whatever, Kaplan, Princeton Review. Those are like the OGs that aren't going anywhere. Your dad or your uncle probably studied for the DAT using those. Now, the good thing about those companies is that they're very structured. They help you learn information. However, the practice just doesn't compare to boot camp or Booster. And honestly, when it comes to taking these long exams, practice is what matters, trust me. So when you're looking at those materials, they're great for learning the content, but not so great for mastering the content and mastering the style of the exam. The style of the DAT is half the battle. It's probably the longest exam you've ever taken. It's probably the most dense exam you've ever taken. And half of the battle is really your test taking stamina. So the more you get to practice with this, the more you get to practice with the proper timing, the better you are in the real exam. Again, like I said earlier, you can do all the learning that you want. You can really feel like you have a good grasp on the material, but it's the same thing as going in the gym and doing drills around cones and getting shots up with no defense. You're not mimicking the real exam unless you are doing timed practice exams. Whether it's section by section or full length, that's gonna give you the best indication on how ready you are for the DAT, and it'll help you figure out what areas you need to work on the most. So all in all, what do I think the best study material is? I'm still gonna have to go with boot camp. Yes, it's $100 more expensive, but you can save $50 with my discount code. And honestly, It has a great reputation, and sometimes you just got to spend that extra little bit of money to make sure you don't have to spend it twice. You know what I mean? Again, I'm speaking from experience. I only took the DAT once. I only paid for the study material once, and it ended up working out just fine for me. Now, personally, I would rather pay $550 one time than pay $450 twice. And I'm not saying that just because you get Booster, you'll have to pay for it twice. But from what I've heard from people, boot camp seems to be the material with the best reputation. So thank you everybody for watching. I hope this video helps some pre-dents out there that are really looking at what material they should use to study for the DAT. If you're looking for a full step-by-step breakdown on how I study for the DAT, the video will be linked at the end of this video. And if you're just excited about dental school and you want to watch the vlogs that I recorded while I was in dental school and going throughout the whole process from starting dental school all the way to matching into orthodontics, check out my dental school vlogs playlist. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. I got baguettes in the back of my ring, and I went he trying to hit me. I told her she gotta run to the team before she can talk to the lit. Before she can talk to the jet. Lamb chop, I just pulled up in some